Good morning, everyone.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Good,
Ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
good morning. So, in our previous class, we have started with this lesson uh, of civics, that is democracy, why democracy. Anna? This first
Yes, ma'am.
lesson, what is democracy and why democracy. I hope everybody has understood this lesson clearly.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, now just a recall of the lesson, whatever till means whatever we have understood and we have read in the lesson. Just a recall. So, first, can anybody give me the own definition of democracy? That what do you mean by the word democracy? If you have understood the lesson, can anybody tell me the definition, or you can give me what is the meaning of democracy? Meaning of democracy. What do you mean
ma'am.
by democracy? Yes,
In a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people.
very good. Meaning of democracy. Yes, Sana.
Ma'am,
Huh?
rule by the people.
Rule by the
Meaning of
people.
rule by the people.
Rule by the people. Okay, fine. So I hope you have understood about first of all the meaning of the word democracy. That is, it is first of all you can say that it is a form of government. सबसे पहले आपको ये बताना कि डेमोक्रेसी वर्ड क्या है. So it is a form of government where rulers are elected by people. Clear? So this will be the correct way to explain the meaning of the word democracy. Then can anybody tell me about the definition or how Abraham Lincoln defined democracy? We have already learned yesterday, na? How Abraham Lincoln defined the democracy.
Democracy is the rule of people, by the people, and for the people.
Very good. Democracy is the form of government of the people, by the people, of, by, and for. So, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Good. Next is, can anybody tell me the origin of the word democracy? This also we have understood yesterday, the word origin. Yes,
Ma'am, democracy comes
Ma'am,
from Greek word demokratia.
very good.
People
Uh,
and kratia means rule. So
uh,
democracy is ruled by the people.
Very good, very good. So, democracy, the word origin is Greek word that is demokratia. Demos, if we separate two words, that is demos and kratia. Demos means people, kratia means rule, and together it makes the rule of the people. So, this is the word origin of democracy. Then I had made you clear about the word referendum. Has anybody written the word meaning of referendum when I made it clear yesterday? What do you mean by the word referendum? Yesterday we have talked about the word referendum, na? Where, which page it was? Here. We have talked about this word referendum. Yesterday I had given the meaning. Okay. So referendum means it is a direct vote. You can note it down so that you don't forget it. The meaning referendum means it is a direct vote in which the entire electorate, जो भी वोट कर रहे हैं, the entire electorate is asked to either accept or reject a particular proposal. Now it is
ma'am, can you
reminded.
repeat once again?
Okay, okay, I'll repeat it once again. Uh, Referendum is means it is a direct vote. It is a direct vote in which the entire entire electorate, electorate is asked to either accept, a double CEPT, accept, either accept or reject, or reject a particular proposal, a particular proposal. So now it is clear what does the word referendum means.
Yes, ma'am.
पूरा इलेक्टोरेट को ये डायरेक्ट वोट होता है कि वॉट एवर प्रपोजल इज अबाउट, अब चाहे वो प्रपोजल अडॉप्शन ऑफ न्यू कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हो सकता है, या पर्टिकुलर लॉ हो सकता है, या एनी स्पेसिफिक वी कैन से गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी का अडॉप्शन हो सकता है, कुछ भी डिसीजन है, देन द एंटायर इलेक्टोरेट इज आस्क्ड टू आइदर एक्सेप्ट, सिर्फ वो एक्सेप्ट कर सकती है, आइदर they can say yes or they can say no. That means either they have to accept or reject a particular proposal. The proposal may be of making a new constitution, making a new law, or for the specific government policy, if they want to bring out specific government policy. So any type of proposal, but the electorate had the direct vote to either accept or to reject the proposal. और कुछ नहीं उनको उसके अगेंस्ट में कुछ नहीं बोलना है, बट दे हैव टू से यस और नो फॉर दैट प्रपोजल. क्लियर. नाउ अनदर थिंग we can say about Parvez Musharraf. We have understood about Parvez Musharraf. When did
Yes,
Parvez
ma'am.
Musharraf came into power in Pakistan?
Ma'am, October 1999.
Yes, October 1999. Good. October 1999, Parvez Musharraf came into power in Pakistan. Then we have also understood about legal framework order. Can anybody tell me what do you mean by the word legal framework order? Legal
Ma'am,
framework.
according to this order, the president can dismiss the national and provincial assemblies.
Yes.
The work of civilian cabinet is supervised by the National Security Council, which is dominated by military officers.
Yes. Other students are not present in the class. Okay, fine. So what actually legal framework order was the order issued by General Parvez Musharraf. This legal framework order was the order which was issued by General Parvez Musharraf, and this empowered him to dismiss the National and Provincial Assembly. Clear? So this order was passed by whom? General Parvez Musharraf. Next is, who took the final decision in Pakistan after the elections?
Ma'am,
Final.
ma'am, with military officers and General Musharraf himself.
Yes, good. The army officers or army and the General Musharraf, General Parvez Musharraf plus army, they used to take the final decision. Now election was there, representatives were elected by the people, but then also the final power rests with the military officers and General Parvez Musharraf. Clear? Then we have read about China also. China has which party system?
Ma'am, Chinese communities.
Yes, one party system. That means it has only one party system. China has only one party system, and the president of China is appointed by about कितने लोगों के द्वारा, कितने members के द्वारा appoint किया जाता है president of China?
Ma'am, 3,000.
Very
Ma'am,
good.
3,000.
Nearly 3,000 members of, और वो भी किसके members होने चाहिए? Members
Ma'am,
of
China.
नेशनल पीपल्स कांग्रेस। नेशनल पीपल्स कांग्रेस के नियरली 3000 मेंबर्स होते हैं टू अपॉइंट प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ चाइना। क्लियर? एंड ओनली द मेंबर्स ऑफ चाइनीज कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी, only the members of Chinese Communist Party or 8 smaller parties were allowed to contest election. And always, which party always forms the government?
मैम कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी।
कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी,
Communist Party.
क्योंकि सिर्फ वन पार्टी है वहां पर, वन पार्टी सिस्टम, तो ऑलवेज कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी यूज टू विन द इलेक्शंस. So I hope till here it is clear about the lesson.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
now we'll continue. Good. Now we'll continue with the next part. Since its independence in 1930, Mexico holds election after every 6 years. Now coming about Mexico. Now what is Mexico? Mexico is a country in North America. Mexico is a country in North America. Now since independence, जब से Mexico को independence मिला है, and when did Mexico got independent? In 1930. Now since 1930, Mexico is having the elections, and that too after every 6 years to elect its president. प्रेसिडेंट को इलेक्ट करने के लिए आफ्टर एवरी 6 years मैक्सिको इज having the elections after 1930, after it gets the independence in 1930. Now country has never been under a military or dictator rule. कंट्री जो मैक्सिको है वो कभी भी मिलिट्री या डिक्टेटर रूल के अंडर में नहीं आई, कभी भी वो किसी के अंडर में, जैसे मिलिट्री पावर, मिलिट्री रूल या डिक्टेटरशिप नहीं, कोई किसी ने उस पर रूल किया. बट अंटिल 2000 एवरी इलेक्शन वर वन बाय पार्टी कॉल्ड PRI. पर हमेशा 2000 के बाद जितने भी इलेक्शन हुए वहां पर क्या हुआ? Which party was given more preference? Which party won every time? PRI. PRI is Institutional Revolutionary Party. Clear? So since
Yes, ma'am.
then, after independence, after getting the independence in 1930, Mexico is holding the election to elect its president every time, and this country has never been under the military or dictator rule. कभी भी वो कोई military power, military rule या dictator के रूप में कोई भी नहीं आया, कोई monarch नहीं rule करा, किसी ने one person rule कभी नहीं हुआ. But until 2000 every election, but 2000 तक जितने भी election हुए, these all election were won by PRI, and opposition parties did contest election but never managed to win. There were opposition parties, the parties were standing against this PRI party, but they never used to win in the election. हमेशा खड़े होते थे opposition party PRI के against में, but जब भी election होते थे तो every time PRI got most number of votes and it only used to win the election. Now PRI was known to use many dirty tricks to win the election. Now what happened? Why PRI was always the winning party in the election? Because it used many dirty tricks, बहुत सारे fraud, बहुत सारे improper और illegal works उन्होंने वो election के टाइम पर करते थे. That is why only PRI used to win the elections. बहुत सारे dirty tricks वो use करते थे. Now all those who were employed, now which dirty tricks? You can underline this, you can mark this. First dirty trick, क्या वो dirty trick use करते थे to win the election? First is all those who were employed in the government offices had to attend its party meetings. Now it was made compulsion for all the employers in the government offices. Government offices में जितने भी workers थे, जितने भी employers थे, उनको सबको party meetings attend के लिए compulsion था. So everyone was asked to attend the party meeting. Clear? So this was the first trick which was used by PRI to win the election. Now second trick. Second trick was, here you can note down second was teachers of government school. Now this teachers of the government schools used to force, now they also were used to force parents to vote for the PRI. Now teachers of the government school were also asked to force the parents to vote for the PRI. So this was the second dirty trick. First, the government employees was made the compulsion to attend the party meetings of PRI. Second, teachers were also involved in this dirty trick of PRI to convince the parents to vote for PRI. Clear? Now third trick which PRI was using to win the election was for the media. Third, media largely ignored the activities of the opposition political parties except to criticize them. Now, third, media was also in favor of PRI only because more power was shown of PRI at that time in Mexico. So media also supported PRI party only, and it used to uh, show all the activities related to PRI party, and no, only they used to criticize the other opposition parties. Whichever party stood against PRI party, they used to media used to oppose them. Media used to criticize these opposition party which were against the PRI. Clear? This was the third dirty trick. Now fourth, are you all marking these tricks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine then. Now the fourth dirty trick. Sometimes the polling booths were shifted from one place to another in the last minute, which made it difficult for people to cast their votes. Now this was the fourth trick which was used by PRI, that at the last moment the polling booth were shifted from one place to another. Now people were having the knowledge that ठीक है यहाँ पर जाकर के वोट करना है, but last minute if confusion is created like this कि यहाँ पर polling booth था यहाँ से shift होकर वहां गया, so what will happen? There will be confusion among the voters, and some voters will be very disheartened, and they will find it very difficult to cast their vote. कुछ तो जाएंगे अलग प्लेस पे, कुछ अपना आइडिया ड्रॉप कर देंगे वोट कास्ट करने का. So this was also a dirty trick, that the shifting of polling booths were there from one place to another in the last minute, which made it difficult for the people to cast their vote. Clear? Now the fifth trick. The PRI spent a large sum of money. Now, another thing the PRI party was doing, it was spending a large sum of money in the campaign for its candidates. Now, for its candidates, those who were standing to fight the election for PRI, they the PRI party was spending large sum of money for them for in the campaign and all. Clear? So this was the fifth dirty trick. So these were the four tricks. Especially these tricks were used by PRI to win the election every time. Hope the tricks are clear, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Now, should we consider the election described above as example of people electing their rulers? The question arises now. Is this the free and fair election conducting Mexico?
No, ma'am.
No. Reading these examples, we get a sense that we cannot. There are many problems here. In China, also, we have seen the elections do not offer the people any serious choice. China, also, we have seen that no choice was given to the people to select among the parties. Only the Communist Party was standing to fight the election, and only the Communist Party used to win. And here in Mexico, also, uh, other opposition party were not giving more importance. Only PRI used to follow the dirty tricks, and it used to win only in the election. They have to choose the ruling party and the candidates approved by it. Can we call this a choice? In the Mexican example also, people seem to really have a choice, but in practice they had no choice. Mexican example में हम देख रहे हैं यहाँ पर choice है. Opposition parties are standing against PRI party, but is that a really choice given to the people? क्या वो in reality people are getting the choice to choose among the PRI and the other parties? No, there was no way the ruling party could be defeated, or in this case there was no way in which the ruling party, that is the PRI, can be defeated. Even if people were against it, there these were these are not fair election. Agar people against में भी हो जाते थे, but then also they were not able to cast their vote against PRI, and that thus both in China and both in Mexican city, we have seen that in both the places, though elections were there, but they were not having the free and fair elections, which is very important features for a democratic form of government. So this is the which feature we have read about now. How many features is completed? First feature we have seen this. Major
The
decisions are
decision
elected
by
by
elected leaders.
taken by the elected leaders. Major decisions are taken by the elected leaders, in which we have seen
Elected
about
leaders.
Parvez Musharraf in Pakistan. Though we say that decisions are taken, but it was not by the elected leaders, because the final authority, final powers vested in the hands of army and General Parvez Musharraf. So this was also the type of democracy, but we cannot call it a actual democracy, because major decisions in actual democracy, the feature is major decisions lies in the elected leaders. Now second feature we have seen free and fair
Free
elections.
and fair elected competition.
Here also elections are being held in outer way. If we see outer part, बाहर से हम देखते हैं, तो we can say that हाँ election हो रहे हैं, that means it is a democratic form of government. But in reality, if we move inside, look inside in greater part, so we will find that free and fair elections are not being held in China or Mexico, and that is why we can't say that it is a democratic form of government in reality. Clear? So this was the second feature. Now coming to the next. We can thus add a second feature to our understanding of democracy. Holding election of any kind is not sufficient. Now holding elections, they were holding elections, China and Mexico, but it is not sufficient. It is not enough. The elections must offer a real choice between political alternatives. First and foremost thing is real choice to be given to the voters, so as to choose the representatives. Now, and it should be possible for the people to use their choice to remove the existing rulers. And now, another thing to be kept in mind, that if people are not satisfied with the rule of the existing ruler, जो ruler rule कर रहा है उसके rule से वो satisfied नहीं है, then they should have the power to remove that particular ruler. So this you can underline this: a democracy must be based on fair election and then where whose those currently in power have a fair chance of losing. So this thing to be kept in mind, and this is an important feature again, the second main important feature of democracy, that it should be based on free and fair election, plus people should have fair chance, sorry, not people, uh, yes, people should have fair chance of selecting the representatives, plus they should also had the power to remove the existing rulers if they are not satisfied. That means where those currently in power should have a fair chance of losing also. So we shall find out more about the democratic elections in chapter 3rd. Now the third main feature of a democratic form of government is one person, one vote, one value. This is the third main feature in a democratic form of government, and that too one person, one vote, and each vote have one value. Now, earlier we have read about how the struggle for democracy was linked to demand for universal adult franchise. Now, one person, one vote, and one value. That means in today's viewpoint, we can say it is a democratic form of government, and it is having universal adult franchise. One person, one vote, one value means universal adult franchise. Now, today, if we talk about universal adult franchise in India, means especially age limit is there. Age limit is given to cast the vote in
Yes,
India.
ma'am.
What age limit is there to cast the vote?
Ma'am, 18 years.
18 and above, yes. 18 years and 18 and above. So they can cast the vote. So here one person can cast one vote only, and each vote is having one value, means whatever votes are casted by the people, they are having equal value. Now this principle has now come to be accepted almost all over the world. Yet there are many instances of denial of the equal right to vote. Now, this universal adult franchise is there, but then also denial, refusal. Denial means refusal of equal right to vote is there, still existing in our many countries. Now, the example is given where the denial of equal right to vote means equality regarding the right to vote is denied, is refused in few countries. अब वो countries हम देखेंगे. Until 2015 in Saudi Arabia, women did not get the right to vote. Now here is denial, refusal of the right to vote to women in Saudi Arabia until 2015. So here right to vote is given, but the denial to a particular community, that is women, are not allowed to vote here in Saudi Arabia until 2015. Now, second country is Estonia. Now, where is this Estonia? Estonia is a country in Europe. Clear? Estonia is a country in Europe. It has made its citizenship rules in such a way that people belonging to Russian minority find it difficult to get the right to vote. Now in Estonia, as it is the European country, here the citizenship rules are so particularly made for the people to cast the vote that the Russian minority means the Russian peoples which are residing in Estonia, जो एस्टोनिया में रह रहे हैं रशियन कम्युनिटी के पीपल, जो माइनॉरिटी में, माइनॉरिटी मीन्स लेस इन नंबर है, उनको दे फाइंड इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू गेट द राइट टू वोट, मीन्स उनको राइट टू वोट नहीं है एस्टोनिया में. सो दिस इज अनदर एग्जांपल ऑफ एस्टोनिया वेयर all the people are not having the right to vote. Only Estonian people, the inhabitant of Estonia, only they are getting the right to vote. The citizens of Estonia only have the right to vote. The Russian minorities are not getting the right to vote. Now, the third example, Fiji. Fiji. What is a Fiji? It is also a country in Oceania. Clear? Located near Australia and New Zealand. Located near Australia and New Zealand. So it is an island country. Fiji is an island country located near Australia and New Zealand. So in Fiji, the electoral system is such that the vote of an indigenous Fiji means indigenous. Are you aware about the word indigenous? Indigenous means native. The people who all belong to that particular country only. Fiji country को जो belong करते हैं, that means indigenous Fiji. Indigenous Fiji means native. The local people of Fiji has more value than the Indian Fijians. जो Indian वहां पर जाकर रहे, जो इंडियन पीपल यहाँ फिजी कंट्री में जाकर रहे, उनके वोट की इतनी वैल्यू नहीं है जितना कि फिजी लोग जो कि नेटिव लोग हैं, वहाँ के खुद के लोग हैं, उनकी वैल्यू वोट की बहुत ज्यादा है एज कंपेयर टू इंडियन फिजियन. Clear these three example everyone? हेलो.
Yes, ma'am.
यहाँ पर हम देखने को तीनों कंट्रीज में हमने देखने को मिला कि elections are there, voting system is there, people are asked to vote, but कहीं पर किसी पर्टिकुलर ग्रुप को नहीं वोट करने के लिए दिया, या किसी को दिया तो उसकी इतनी इम्पोर्टेंस नहीं थी वोट का कास्ट करने की. तो दिस इज all we find in these countries. So democracy is based on the fundamental principle. क्या है fundamental principle? The political equality. Political equality means right to vote, equal right to vote. That gives us the third feature of democracy. ये third feature हमें हमारे सामने आ गया. In the democracy, each adult citizen, that means in India 18 years and above, must have one vote, and each vote has one value. That means here the people of other countries were not having right to vote, or their vote was not having the value, but the true democratic country has one vote, and each vote must have one value. Clear till here, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So today I end up here only. In our next class, we are going to continue. That is, I think on Monday a class is not there. Tuesday, we'll continue with the rule of law and respect for right. I hope till here it is clear.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay, that's all for
Thank
today.
you, ma'am.